Hello, Duncan from Sewing Direct. Today we're going to do a little video on the Britannia instyle 120 and the embroidery unit that can be attached to it. Now the instyle 1 series from Britannia has two machines in it, it's the 120 and the 190. The 120 is the bottom range machine that currently retails at £589, and then the 190 currently retails at £689. You can then add the additional embroidery unit, which we'll show you in a second, to the machine. I believe that retails currently at £599. So as a package, you're getting a fantastic sewing machine, very versatile, can sew through multiple layers. See the other videos for that. And then you can add the additional embroidery unit on, which is going to enhance the machine. And the way that Britannia have done this, or Franklin's have done this, is very good. It's very intuitive, very easy to use, and you'll see what I mean when we run through it. Here we have the Britannia's, the T190 and then the T120. Currently retails at £589. This one, the T190, is £689. They are fantastic machines and they can sew through multiple layers of fabrics, which you'll see in another video. The main differences to jump out with is the screen on the 190. It's not a touch screen, but it has pictures on it so you can see what's happening with them. You've then got your buttons to press to change your stitch width and your stitch length. Obviously on a straight stitch mode, that's going to be your needle positioning. Whereas you move over to the 120, you've got a... I'll turn it off, turn it back on again because I've been playing with it. You've got the numbers as they roll through. So, and they depict on the patterns up here. Patterns on the 120, as you can see there, and then as we go across, it does more on the 190. You'll also notice that you've got a built-in cutter on the 190, whereas on the 120 you don't. And you have the button for your needle down, and slow mode, the tortoise mode, is the same button on the 190, whereas it is a separate button just here. Both of these have the ability to have the embroidery unit attached to them, which is what we're going to run through in the next video. And then you've got what I class as your menu options on both the machines here. What is nice is a twin needle function. Twin needle, press that, and then that will engage the twin needle function, and it'll either delete or it'll adjust the stitches that it can do. So if the machine doesn't want you to do it with a twin needle in, it won't allow you to do it. It will just beep at you and say you can't do it. Fantastic needle threader, very good. We've never had any problems with that. Very easy to use, and some nice diagrams across the top. Start off with the size of the box. As you can see, it's a decent sized box. It's not big, it's not small. I'd say a medium sized box. Some decent polystyrene in there. Excuse, that's mine. And this is what we get when we open up the unit. So you've got the unit, you get one hoop, and then you get what these are bridges. I'll run through them later on in the video, and then you get your embroidery foot with it. So pretty much straight out of the box, you are good to go. This foot, I'll do a video on how to attach the foot, so you can see that in a later video or when we get around to it. But dead easy to attach. When we go to do it, all we need to do is remove your tray, and then this will just slide on. Slides on there like that. It says one thing to make sure that we put is you put the foot down, the feed dogs down. So on the back here, push that across. I've already done it for this one. So feed dogs need to go down. They don't do it automatically, sadly. Sorry, it doesn't switch it automatically, but it does go on. So what I mean is, when you put the embroidery unit on, it doesn't automatically knock the feed dogs down. You have to do that manually. The feed dogs will drop automatically, as they do with every other machine, but when you want to raise the feed dogs again, push the lever back and then do a full rotation of the hand wheel to bring the feed dogs up. They won't automatically jump up, but gravity does take them down. So we push that on, and there we go. Now what you'll see here is a hole, and that's what these are for. So we have to select the right one and put that into the holes on the inside, which I'll do a video on now. So as you saw in the last video, there is a gap when you attach your embroidery unit together, and what you've got here is two holes, and these are the bridges, and all they do is they clip into here dead easily, and you'll see that when we put it together now that gap has disappeared. You do need to make sure that you have the right bridge to go into it. This one I believe is the 45mm, so the T120 has got the 45mm gap, and then the 190 will have the 48. So you get both of them with the embroidery unit, and you do get instructions as well to help. So just in case anybody's looking at this, there you go. So we now push them together, and like I say, you just give it a little lift up. Push it in, clip it in place, and then as you can see there, straight away, the gap that was there is no longer there, which is always nice to see that they've actually thought about it and how to make it better. So when you're attaching the sewing machine foot, what you've got is the needle arm, sorry, not the needle arm, the press the foot arm is going to go into here, and you've got a hole for your screw. So all we did with this foot, which is the standard foot, is we just loosened off the screw, and then that fell off. We're going to need to take the screw out all the way now. And if I try and zoom in a little bit better, you'll see, hopefully, you just need to lift up the needle like so. Put that onto there. There you go. Okay. Notice I've got this little bar here. It goes on top or around the back of the needle bar itself. That's to help as the needle goes up and down. That releases the foot, which is a good thing. And then all I'm going to do now is line the hole here with the screw. You're probably not going to see it because my hands are going to be in the way, so bear with me. So I've just lifted the foot up to give me a little bit more clearance. And you can do this without the module on. It probably wouldn't make sense because then you've not got the the added problems of the bar being in the way. But why make it easy, eh? Why make it easy? And give that a little tight, little finger tight. Unfortunately, this doesn't come with it. This is one. This little screwdriver is what we've got from Singer, actually. Right, so we've got that done, and then all we need to do is attach it to here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off the sewing machine, because every time I plug it in with it turned on, it always tells me to turn it off. So make sure your sewing machine is turned off when you plug it in. Plug it in there, and we see some whirligigs, and you'll see the screen here. Now what is good is the screen has got a tilt action, so we push that across, and then you can adjust it to the height that you want it to do. And this is touch screen, so it will give you some nice handy little prompts. So we've got a touch screen here, and it gives you some nice handy little prompts to go. It's asking you whether you've got your feed dogs down or up, so we've got them down, so we click OK. It's then suggesting that we change the tensions on it, which I'm going to click OK on that one. And then it's asking us to remove the hoop or any hoops that we've got included, and we're going to do that, and it's going to recalibrate itself. There you go. Magic. Now I need to have a play with it a little bit more, but this module has a lot of built-in things. So if you go into the manual, you'll see it towards the back. This is the manual that you get with your hoop, your embroidery unit. And you go to the back, page 15, and then you've got all of the built-in designs it can do. Some nice little cute ones. Certainly stuff to get you going, and there's also the lettering as well on the machine here. Okay, so we're now going to set the hoop up. For that, what I've done is I've got some Violin stitch and tear to use as a stabilizer, because that helps the fabric move around and doesn't get it caught up underneath. And I've just got some 100% cotton off the shelf, so it's blue because we've got a lot of that in stock, and I've cut it to just above the size of the hoop. Now the important part with this is making sure that when you put everything in the hoop, when you hoop it up, that it's tight as possible. Now the nice thing is with these hoops is the screw-on ones rather than the lever ones, because the lever ones always seem to snap when they're done. So top tip from a lady who's been embroidering all of her life. She says to me, never use the levers, just tighten them up as tight as you can with your fingers, because then you don't snap it all. A bit logical really, so well done. And then we're going to put it in the hoop. Now as you push it down anyway, as long as you flatten everything in, as you push down it will add tension to the fabric that's in it. So we want to try and get the tension as tight as we can to remove all the wrinkles or anything else. Obviously because I'm filming, this isn't going to go in or go smoothly. So I'm just going to tweak the tension on the hoop to make sure it goes in really well. It's because I've got it the wrong way around. There you go, that'd be why. Told you it'd be something silly. So top tip, you've got on here a little arrow that's pointing at the bottom, and then the line adds up at the top there, just to make it a little bit easier for those silly people like me. So we'll take that out, it'll fit in now. So same thing again, lay the fabric down there, lay that down there, lay that down there. Push that in there, and there we go. So once we've got it in the hoop, all we then need to do is connect it up to the embroidery unit. Dead simply, we're just going to offer the 2 holes up. So you've got 2 holes just here, 2 holes just here and here, and they click into place like so. So pretty much, here we go. And to keep it simple, we're just going to pick the pictures. We're going to pick number 1 because I do know that that's all one colour as well. We're in this position. We're going to click OK. Tell it we're going to go the big screen. Sorry, the big hoop. Click OK here. Now that's all set up there, ready to go. We can do some positioning, which we'll do another video on later to go. But to get this going, we're then going to click OK. It's asking us to lower the foot control. Now, as you can see on the machine here, if I lift that up, it goes red, green. So they're traffic lights. Don't go, go. I'm going to click OK to say we're prepped, ready to go. Because that's gone green, we're good to go. Put the foot down, and away we go. Okie dokie. So we've just finished the embroidery. The next one I want to do is go through the lettering and how to use the lettering. So we're going to press on that one, and we're just going to type in a simple phrase. So as you can see, it's very easy to do. A simple phrase. We're going to put hello. Original. So once we've typed it all in, as you can see from the screen there, we've got it all tapped in. We're going to click OK. It takes you onto this one, so we can change colours, but for this video we're going to keep it simple. What it is, we've got that size hoop. That's to make sure that we in the pack you get the grid that's shown on there. That's to make sure that everything's all in the centre, so you can position it to make sure it's all there and calibrate it to make sure it's okay, which I have done on another screen. Now, as you can see, my hello has appeared underneath the flowers that's on here. All right, so what we're going to have to do is position it, but you can also see that it's not particularly very big. Now, if we press this button just here, these A's, it gives us the ability to make them bigger. And the advantage to it as well is you can now see it in millimetres how big they're going to be. Hello. So now we've made it bigger, so now we want to move it, because I don't want it to go over the embroidery work that we've already done. I want it to be at the top here. So I'm going to press this arrow just here. I'm going to press this. And then you start to see it all move. And I'm going to take it as far as I can up at the top. There we go, that's it. Now, unfortunately that's now gone in the way of it, so it's a little bit annoying. But there you go, you can see that there at the top. I'm going to click OK, because we're going to ready to go. It tells us to drop the foot control. We're moving into position. Light's gone green. And away we go. So once it's completed, and there we have it.